we go.
Hello everyone, this is John with Money on the Floor Currency Trader, and today I wanted to show off our template and our A+ trading system and how powerful it is for trading small accounts. Now a small account is up to the individual. Usually it's anywhere $300, $500 up to $1,000. That's usually to me a small account. And this template is perfect for trading that. We're on a 5-minute chart, which means we get multiple small trades at a time, and they get you perfect entries and perfect exits, and that's why it's so important. And you don't have to have a lot of patience because there's one trade after another. Now you do have to have the right patience to take the correct trade and to get out when it's time to get out, and that's something we can actually work together in the trade room, and that's why it's so powerful. We can take the trades together, whether it be on euro US dollar, whether it be on gold, pound yen, whatever seems to be having a good oscillation in the chart is what we're looking for. And that's always important, that we have movement. We have actually volume in the charting itself. So if we look down here, we get a bar right here, and after that bar we get both areas green. That's an ideal setup for a trend. After that we get an arrow, both RSIs are green, we see the arrow up above, we see the candle go up above the yellow. After that it becomes a buy trade. Now you can buy into this at maybe a 0.1, a 0.01, it doesn't really matter the trade size. The idea is that you're able to make money with what you're trading. And we move up into the trade, pulled back down, we get another signal, we can add one more trade to this, and then run it up to the top and get out at the very top with the red dot. And that's why this is so powerful. You're able to get exact entries and exact exits. And after that, we get another arrow, which means we're coming back down. When we take our trades, this white line is the 50 moving average. We take our trades around the 50 moving average, so which means we take them away from the 50 and we take them back down to the 50. So at that time we get an arrow, we go underneath the yellow and close. The next candle is a sell candle. We sell that down until we hit the white line. As soon as you hit the white line, you exit the trade, and then we made an A+ up and a return back to the 50. Now after that I probably wouldn't trade anything for a little bit because it usually bounces around a little bit after that movement. And you can see here we actually had a movement up, and even if you did take that, you might have won a little bit, and then you came back down. So the worst thing that happened is maybe you broke even on these two trades, but the third trade you definitely made money, and you can see that this was actually a really good trade. So right here we got the arrow, everything green. Now the other thing I didn't look at, were these trades even valid? We have an arrow, we have a bar, we have everything green, but both RSIs are not green, so therefore we wouldn't take that trade. I didn't even think about that. So this was a no trade. Now the other one was a sell trade, coming back down, pulled back down, then it gave you another buy trade, which we might have taken that trade, which wouldn't have been that bad. It was one candle up, probably a tiny win, and after that it pulled back down. There was no arrow to take it back down, so we would not trade it back to the 50. We only trade it back to the 50 when we have an arrow showing us. We did not. And also we only trade it back to 50 when it's far enough away from the 50. So if we don't actually get far enough away from it, there is no trade back to the 50. Like right here, we might have had a trade up, it didn't go very far, we got out, you would not trade this back to the 50. But once it broke the 50, that became an excellent trade to the downside. So we'll go over that. Let's follow this through. So right now we can see here that the RSI was red and green, therefore there's no trade on this one. The next one was both green, all green, and we would have went up, taken the trade up, we would have got out with a small win or break even. It pulled back down at that time. We can see we had structure here. We're always looking to go away from structure. We had another arrow, everything green, RSI's green, very easy to see. The candle went up above the yellow and we became a buy trade. We took it up to the opposite arrow, which is very easy to see, or the close in reverse. We might have even had a dot. Let me see, can't see it up there that high. I don't see a dot, but that's fine. We still would have got out on the opposite arrow, and then that would have been the end of that trade. At that time, this became a reversal back to the 50. So once it went underneath the next red candle, we would have sold it. We pulled back up a little bit and then nailed it back down to the 50. So it was a really good trade. So it was a great A+ trade up back to the 50. And also that was a double top or an M formation, which we trade all the time, which we teach you in there. The other thing is we had one more trade after this, which was another. Let's see, we got the arrow. They weren't both green. They weren't both, everything wasn't all green, so we probably wouldn't have taken this. So they didn't line up. See how it keeps you out of the bad trade. So that's really good. The next one it moved up, gave you an arrow. everything was red, red, red. It went underneath the yellow, became a sell. You would get out on the green dot, or when you hit the 200 moving average would have been plenty. That would have been an exact sign. So we usually get out on the 50 and get out on the 200. So those two are how we run this. And you don't need a lot of trades. You can see that easily. If you made $25 a trade, you had 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, you made $100. So that is really good in a trading room where you're trading very small amounts. And then after you trade for a while and you build up your account, the idea that I talk about is to be able to multiply that $100. So the idea is to have multiple accounts. So you would have, like this is Cedar that I'm trading with. You can get multiple accounts at Cedar. You get $1,000 in there. Once you get that to $2,000, you divide it into the next account. So now you have 2 accounts with $1,000 each. Now you can see if you make $100 a day, you're actually making $200. And then once you build that up to 3 accounts, you're making $300 a day. So you can see how powerful that is. So you can easily get up to the amount that you need to make a living, because it would be 300 times 20. And definitely the trade copier makes your life easy. But then people always tend to say that, well, if it multiplies my wins, doesn't it multiply my losses? The idea is the template keeps you from having losses. So if you do have a loss, it'll be a very small loss because it'll get you out as small as possible. So you're going to have the best chances to be able to make a profit and multiply that. It's just very powerful. And right now, lately, with the prop firms having as much trouble as they are, because my Forex funds just got shut down, so they're a little bit unreliable right now. So I'm actually thinking about going back and just trading my own money. I have been, but I think I'm going to go more into it and actually go all out with just my own money, where the prop firms seems to be you spend all that time, all that money, and then you lose it or they take it away from you. So if you have a small account and you want to try to make a living with it, please sign up for my trade room. It's only $100 a month. I give you all the indicators you need. I teach you how to use them. If you have any trouble after class, I can get with you and kind of go over everything that's in there so it makes more sense. Or if you have trouble downloading them, I'll help you get them downloaded. But the idea is I want you to be able to make money profitably so that we can have a group of traders where we're all doing the same trades, looking for easy trades, and actually making money doing what we love doing. So it's very simple. I'm a trader that made it, and I want to help you make it. So if this is something you're interested for, please go over to my website and sign up for the trade room and try it. Even if you did it for 1 month and you didn't like it, all the indicators are worth way more than $100. So don't worry about that. You're definitely getting your money's worth. Plus you'll be getting quite a bit of education with that. So that's something you have to remember. I'm here to help you learn too. The idea is we're here for the long haul. I'm here for traders to hang out and to make money, and then not have to stay there for 3-4 hours. Come in maybe for an hour and make enough money, or 2 hours, make enough money, and then you're on your way. You don't have to trade all day. You don't have to sit in front of the computer all day. Matter of fact, if you're doing that, you're actually depleting yourself, because the couple of good trades you had are getting beat up by all the bad trades. Because usually 80% of our money was made with 20% of our good trades. So the idea is trade less, make more. Always remember that. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Have a great day. Let's make money in the markets, everybody. Okay, bye-bye.